Everybody, welcome to today's show. Welcome to Advocate Information Highway. I'm your host, Anthony Lorito-Duke, and we have a very interesting, very important topic for today's show, in which it is discussing about uh, stopping the current government shutdown. So let's get right into this. Both sides, both political parties are blaming one another, the finger pointing and all this stupidity and garbage. But here's the thing. The major blame goes on the Republican Party. Why is that? Because it is the Republicans that have the control of the United States House of Representatives. It is the Republicans that have the control of the United States Senate. And there is a Republican, we have a Republican president of the United States in the White House. So, with that being said, the blame really goes on the Republicans. Now, keeping that in mind, now, many Republican people are saying that the Democrats just want to give free healthcare coverage to immigrants. Here's the thing. In the current bill that the Republicans wanted to pass, there was absolutely nothing of what the Democrats wanted in the bill. That's not how you conduct business in politics. Okay? It's you have a little bit of something that both sides want. But the Republicans did not want to have anything that the Democrats wanted in the current bill. And the Republicans have said to the Democrats many times, "Yes, we will meet with you guys," because really the Democrats just wanted to deal with the subsidies of the Affordable Care Act. Okay, because the subsidies of the Affordable Care Act are supposed to be ending by the end of this year. So the Democrats just wanted to put it in the current bill that the subsidies for the Affordable Care Act will continue way beyond the end of this year. So, with that being said, Republicans have promised Democrats, yes, yes, well, we'll work on that with you, yeah, yeah, yeah. And they made all these promises and stuff to the Democrats, and Republicans said, screw you, Democrats, we're not going to give you a damn thing of what you wanted. That's not how you do things. Seriously. Now, a lot of Republican people out in society are saying Democrats just want to give free health care coverage to immigrants. First of all, here's the thing. Here's the thing. The United States law specifically stipulates that any immigrant from anywhere around the world, if they step on the United States soil, the United States government are then responsible for them. Meaning, if any immigrant steps on United States soil and God forbid anything happens to them and they have to end up in a hospital, and if the immigrants do not have health coverage, hospitals are then say, hey, we're not getting paid. We need to get paid to take care of them. And who flips the major bill then? The United States taxpayers. So Democrats in turn have said we have to give immigrants health care coverage. If we give them health care coverage, that'll take the major burden off of hospitals from not being paid, which in turn will take a major burden off of the United States taxpayers. Because of the fact if hospitals don't get paid, prices for going to the hospital go up. If immigrants are on U.S. soil and they go to a hospital, no insurance, and doctors at the hospital say, "Hey, well, we're responsible to take care of them, so these people need medicine now." So now immigrants take that script from the hospital to a pharmacy. Hey, the pharmacies are to give it to them. So it was best to give immigrants health care insurance. So that way it's it's so much easier on hospitals and doctors and pharmacies and on the United States taxpayers. So, and by the way, it's the law of the United States. So, if Republicans just say to the Democrats, let's write these things up. Let's write them up. Let's write these bills up and say, okay, we want to work on the subsidies, okay, of the Affordable Care Act. All right, so let's draw up some paperwork. Okay. Now, that will show Democrats, that will show many Democrats that Republicans are now willing to work with them on this particular issue. Okay. So with that being said, Democrats now need to give something to the Republicans. Negotiations. What are negotiations? What do negotiations mean? Means it's a give and take, back and forth. All right. So with that, the Democrats need to give something big to the Republicans. What can they give to the Republicans? One of the biggest things that Republican people want is proper immigration reform, meaning protecting our borders. Okay, so with that being said, Democrats can say, okay, we'll work with you. We'll give you this major victory. We'll give you protecting the borders and stuff. Okay. But the Democrats also need to say, okay, we will agree to putting an end to this government shutdown. All right, then. Then after that, if the government opens, then uh, Republicans and Democrats can vote on the new version of the bills, which would include what the Democrats want, which is dealing with the subsidies of the Affordable Care Act, which are set to expire by the end of this year. So it's give and take. That's called negotiations, back and forth. That's the proper way of doing things. That's the intelligent way of doing things. That's the mature way of doing things. So, um, that's what will open up the government again. And then once the government opens, hence everybody wins. Everybody wins. And that's what needs to happen. Seriously, honestly. So stop the damn finger pointing already. Take your hand, shove it up where the sun don't shine. Pull out your brains from where the sun don't shine and get this bill properly done. Get the bill properly done, which is to include the subsidies of the Affordable Care Act. Okay, and Democrats in turn to give the Republicans of what they want, uh, protecting our borders, give them something in return. All right, and then get the government reopened again. Seriously. With that being said, I want to remind all my fans out there about my website, Advocate Information Highway. The link to there is AIHNY.com. Again, that's AIHNY.com. You guys can check out all the pages on there. And so with that, take care, everybody. Bye.